All right, in the process of getting my steering wheel installed, so I got all my parts I need here. Steering wheel's ready. So I'll go through the process of parts. So we've got the blinker arm here, and then a little seal on the edge, then the screw, and then another seal, and then your parts. All right. So we'll go through the process of getting that sucker on there. All right, for starters, we'll get our blinker arm installed. So you got the arm, and you got your seal, and your screw. All right. So you put it in, your seal goes on the inside like that, and then put your blinker arm through there, and it screws right into there. All right, there you go. Okay, and then next is a little rubber seal here. Well, it's more like a hard plastic than. Oh, I got my light. All right. So depending on the options for your Camaro, you've got a large hole here, smaller one here. So you got to make way for your horn. Okay, and then the notches here go towards the blinker. That, and then you get this assembly. I don't know the name of it, but and then these two notches here are for your blinker return when you turn the wheel. So make sure that their notches are faced to the left side of the vehicle. Like that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put some silicone grease in there. Hang on for a second. And there we go. I just use a little silicone grease and put it on the inside. Okay, like that. And then we've got our spring. Like that. And then our steering wheel goes on. Oh, and reminder, when you put your steering wheel on, make sure your wheels are straight, because when we put your steering wheel on, you want to make sure it sits properly, level. When you're going straight, the steering wheel looks even. All right, just a quick reminder too as well, if you want to test your horn, because if you put your steering wheel together, put everything together, and then your horn's not working, then you got to take it apart again. So I just take that the metal ring, I touch it to this part here, and then ground it to the steering wheel. So that will work. That's a good tester way, all right?
Ow, Uncle Josh.
All right, so for the steering alignment, so I got one rotation off when I installed the steering column. So see that notch? Let's see here. The notch is there, is pointing down. Okay, it's supposed to be pointing up. But when I installed the steering column, I was one rotation off. Didn't quite get it right. So in here, okay, so that whole thing should have been just one rotation, either left or right on there. So I basically just kind of, I guess you'd say, installed it upside down. So it's all straight, it looks good. So to make that correction, I'm putting the notch on the down position instead of the up position. So let's get the steering wheel on. Okay, so now I've got steering wheel. So there is a notch on the steering wheel that is up. So we'll put that in the up position. Something with it. All right, got steering wheel on. A couple things. So just for your horn, Okay, make sure you get in the right location. Okay, so you've got this screw here, here, and here are to take a steering wheel off for your puller. Okay, and this one here is for your horn. And then, I don't know, there's probably other options that I'm not aware of what these two holes are for. But, and then also when you put the steering wheel on, to push it on, you've got that spring that's in there. It should go on smoothly with the spring. So if you're pushing on it and it's not going on to get your nut and your washer on, it means the grooves are not lined up with the steering wheel. So before you start cranking on anything, make sure that that steering wheel slides in nice. All right, so here I've got the notch in the bottom. And on the steering wheel, I can't see with the nut on there. And the notch in the steering wheel is on the top. So again, mine's on backwards. So normally when you install your steering column, make sure that that notch is on top. So I did not do that, but either way, it's the same. All right, and then we'll finish up the horn assembly. All right, so for putting the steering wheel together, so first piece is your plastic ring. It has an edge to it, so like that. And then you've got your little washer spring, so it springs up in the up position. So when you this purpose of the horn, so you hit it, and it springs back up. It goes in the plastic. Okay, and then I have that little rubber. So my removal video, it was a seal that I had that was completely broken. So I got a really thin piece of rubber, and I made myself a new one. So that goes right in there. Lights up. All right, and then we've got the little metal cup, like this. Goes in. Oh, and then for the cup, there's a notch. Okay, so here's your horn cover. See, the notch is in the up position to be right. All right, so when you put the cup in, you want to make sure that that notch is in the up position. Oh, well, shoot. All right, I was just being stupid, guys. It doesn't matter. That little rubber piece, it rotates inside the horn. So it doesn't matter where it is, but we'll put it in the up position or in the down, whichever works best. All right, as I was putting the cup in, I had a hard time aligning up the holes. So I took it back apart and then carefully aligned the holes together. That way I can get this plastic piece in here. All right, so we got this in. So it's not hard. You just got to make sure that everything is aligned so your plastic inserts here go in right. All right, so we'll get the rest of these screws in. All right, so I got the screws in. I just got that nice and snug, and then we'll get our cap on. So it lines up straight, and then make sure that the notch in the back, so you can rotate this inside. We'll do that. All right, guys, all done. I forgot how loud these horns are, but nope, it works pretty good. Steering's in. So that's it, guys.